What's he doing? Well, back here with Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. Last time sucked, it's gonna be better, he said, quasi-unconfidently. Gotta love that funky little in this version of this theme. Indeed, Phoenix. This is a bunch of garbage, I agree. We know that Jack Shipley was killed before 10 a.m. now. Therefore, this footage can no longer be called decisive evidence against my client. But there is no one else who could have killed the victim. What? There's no security footage of there up at 10 a.m. What kind of... That's a complete and bald-faced lie. Not necessarily. The defense believes that the true culprit may have been human. And we have evidence to back up our theory as well. Do you know? I would be very interested in seeing this evidence. Defense's trump card. That thing we found during investigation yesterday. The coin, yep, with the blood on it. I wouldn't go so far as to call it decisive, but now's the time to play it.
Very well, Mr. Wright, please submit your evidence.
The thing I fear happening with this...
What evidence shows that the crime may have been committed by a human?
The thing I fear about this is that the coins, at least according to this postcard, are said to be in this rock. And we see if the blood in this is truly Aura's, and she's headbutting that rock, and there's a bloody coin, maybe that blood got on that coin when she headbutted that rock, although we don't see any coins there as it stands. Who knows? Maybe they're too small to pick up on the camera. It's the coin anyway. Take that!
What's this? A coin?
Yes, a fake coin used in the aquarium's pirate show. We found it beside the pool. This coin is quite possibly the real murder weapon.
This tiny little coin?
Is the murder weapon? Mr. Wright, if this is another one of your bluffs... As they say, the bolder the presentation, the less confident the solicitor. Well, that says more about you than me, my friend. This is no bluff, and this isn't the only coin. There are 300 of these coins altogether, weighing a total of about 7 pounds. This one just happens to have blood on it. Did you have the blood analyzed to see whose it is? No, only you can do that. I don't have access to the detectives and the police. The prosecutors are in bed with the police, not the defense. Have you played any of the other games? My god, man. Not yet. But there were coins scattered all around the body, and the victim had a head wound. Taking these things into account, I believe it has to be the victim's blood. So to put it together, we have about 7 pounds of coins by the side of the pool, one of them with a blood stain on it. I think the answer's pretty clear here. Your Honor? The defense proposes that the victim was killed beside the pool.
The side of the pool? But if the murder took place there, it would be difficult to say the orca did it.
You catch on real quick. I realize you're trying to defend your client, but that theory is preposterous. How could 300 coins possibly be made to hit someone all at once? It'd be pretty easy if they were in a bag or something of that nature.
So where is this bag the coins were in?
Unfortunately, Your Honor, we recovered nothing of the sort from the scene. It's possible the culprit took it with them.
They took it?
That's what I said. The true culprit used the coins as a blunt instrument to commit murder. They then threw the body into the pool before the security cameras started up. And then they left, taking the bag the coins were in with them. They got rid of the evidence that points to a human culprit to pin the blame on Orla. Yeah, not bad statement, Phoenix. That was brilliant, Mr. Wright. You found a way to introduce the possibility of a human perpetrator. Yeah, somehow. Let's hope my luck holds out. / improves. I wonder why Prosecutor Blackwell hasn't said anything. He's really trying to indict some other innocent human this whole time. Oh my god. If he indicts Pearls, I'm gonna cry.
The possibility of a perpetrator other than the defendant has now been suggested. But if we hold this possibility to be true, then what did Mr. Plume witness?
That's right. I saw the killer whale attack the victim, just like it did a year ago, singing a song. I guess there is still that. Oh, didn't Sasha say that there was one new trick that involved holding someone in their mouth, and she had to practice on the doll a whole bunch to make sure she didn't hurt anyone when actually accidentally doing it. So if she was singing the song, she probably thought she was still doing the show with him, or she was probably intending to practice it with him. Even with somebody else as the culprit, Orla's behavior still seems pretty bizarre. Sorry, still seemed pretty bizarre. I wonder why she did what was... I wonder why she was doing the same things she did a year ago. God, Athena, are you all right? Do you need to lie down, man? That's 2 in a row. But are they really that bizarre? What do you mean? To explain the inexplicable, all we have to do is turn our thinking around. Turn our thinking around, huh? Sounds good to me. Time to give the old turn my thinking around method a try. Instead of trying to figure out why Orla did the same thing she did a year ago, I should consider the results that were produced by her behavior this time around. Orla sang a song, did some headbutts, and baked the victim. If the real culprit wanted to shift the suspicion onto Orla, then they would have needed to give people a reason to think Orla did it in the first place. I'm not sure where you're going with this.
Mr. Wright, as a lawyer, how do you explain your client's actions?
I believe we should just think of it in this way, Your Honor. What kind of effect did Orla's actions have on the case? They shifted blame away. So what you're saying is, the first time it happened was... she was also shifting blame away from the real killer. Or she was used as a scapegoat in that case.
Very well, then why don't you explain it for the court? How did the defendant's actions affect the case?
They created a witness, they killed the victim, they got rid of evidence. Oh, I guess more, yeah, they created a witness, right. Mr. Plume focused her attention on the orca pool because she heard the song. The orca's act of singing a song created a witness.
Created a witness?
Isn't it possible that fabricating a witness was the real culprit's true intention? After all, Mr. Plume witnessed two things. She saw Orla headbutt something over and over, and she saw the orca bite the victim. Those two actions of Orla's might have been the real culprit's plot to make the witness think the orca was attacking the victim.
Are you saying that the defendant was being manipulated by the true perpetrator?
Exactly. And that would explain Orla's actions perfectly.
But the defendant is an orca. Is it even possible to manipulate her?
Yes, there is a way to manipulate Orla's behavior. With this! Take that!
Is this a whistle?
Yes, Your Honor. Trainers at the aquarium use whistles to issue commands to Orla, but in truth, anyone can do it provided they know the right signals.
Oh, that must be how they got Orla to do tricks for the pirate shows.
The true culprit hid the body in a spot that couldn't be seen from the visitor's corridor. Then when Mr. Plume appeared, they gave Orla the commands. In other words, Orla was manipulated by the culprit to perform a series of tricks.
What?
And, as for you, Mr. Plume, you were manipulated by the true culprit to play the part of the witness.
Norma de Plume, was set up. Norma de Plume, writer extraordinaire, was used. No. No!
Don't do that anymore.
Mr. Plume, please do something about your attire.
Ugh. That was one wardrobe malfunction I did not want to see. For a plethora of reasons. Not least of all, that we are conducting a trial at the moment.
It would appear we need to shift our suspicion towards someone other than Orla. Prosecutor Blackwell, please have the blood-stained coin analyzed.
You waste your breath. I guess even Prosecutor Blackwell can't refute the possibility of a human suspect.
You did it, boss! If the crime happened beside the pool, there's no way that Orca could have done it.
Now, if only we could find the bag the coins were in.
In light of the new discovery, it would appear that the orca couldn't have done it.
Exactly, Your Honor. If the blood on the coin proves to be that of the victim, we can unequivocally overturn Orla's accusation. Or can't we? Ah!
Overturn the defendant's accusation? I think not.
This is a weird way to phrase it. It's not Orla's accusation. She didn't accuse anyone.
Ah! My hair! My beautiful hair!
Yesterday, a new inmate was brought into the prison. He said the moment you relax is when you're most vulnerable. And what did this man go in for? He is merely a sneaky thief who enjoys a spot of fishing now and again. But Wright dono here would be easier to hook than any fish.
No, wait! Oh, I thought it was coming after me. No, you can get him, it's fine. Hawk sure does love the judge's head.
What's this? That coin from before in some sort of bag?
Surprise evidence? Golly! Bag? I don't think I'm gonna like this.
This is the coin bag the 300 coins were in. I believe you were looking for this.
How did you get that?
I never said we didn't find it at the crime scene.
Ah! Damn it! You really could have used that like 30 minutes ago when I was complaining about the coins not being in a thing, but whatever.
The bag had blood on it, so naturally I had it sent to the crime lab.
And? Does the blood belong to the victim?
It does indeed, as does the blood on the coin.
I knew it. So the blood on the coin did belong to the victim. And why doesn't that shake his confidence? It was found under the water or something like that?
The bag was open and the coins had all spilled out, but the bag alone wasn't proof enough to say that it was used as the murder weapon. However, thanks to the defense and their coin, I am more than satisfied that it was. Prosecutor Blackwell, are you conceding that the true culprit committed the murder with the bag of coins? I shall concede that the victim was put into the pool after his death.
What? No, you literally just said Thanks to the defense and their coin, I am more than satisfied that it was the murder weapon. So yes, you absolutely did concede it was the murder weapon. Don't try and change what you just said 10 seconds ago.
However, even with the bag, it doesn't change the fact that it was the orca that killed the victim.
So the orca used the bag to kill him? What? How can you still suspect Orla?
You said that the true culprit manipulated Orla's behavior, but Orla isn't the kind of orca that would let someone control her. If anything, Orla used the victim's behavior against him to murder him.
With a bag of coins? What? But...
Are you arguing that the orca manipulated a human being? To prove it, I have summoned another witness.
Wait, now you're suggesting the orca used mind control on a human to kill someone with a bag of coins?
Marlon Rhymes, take the stand.
Marlon Rhymes is a witness? Well, of course he would be. He was there at 3 hours before the murder. Of course he needs to testify as to what he saw. Is that not like... we should have had him on earlier, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, don't just stand there. State your name.
I told you I didn't want to be a witness.
I thought one witness would be quite enough to prove the defendant's guilt. But apparently Wright Donor won't be satisfied until every stone is turned.
Oh, son of a... Alright, fine. If I gotta talk, then let's get this over with. Mr. Rhymes doesn't seem like a willing witness. I wonder what Prosecutor Blackwell's gonna have him testify about.
So could we have your name and occupation for the record, witness?
He's gonna rap it, isn't he? Hi! Yo, ho, ho! People of the law, time to testify. Chilling with my crew at the ship Shape. Orcas, penguins, and seascape. Cleaning and feeding, there ain't no end. But them brighter kids tours, I shall transcend. New animal keeper from the House of Rhymes. I'm Master Keeper, Marlon with the rhymes. That was pretty good. Not me singing it, his lyrics. Oh my, I'm afraid I couldn't understand a word you said. Is that flip-flop music young people nowadays like? So close, Your Honor. So close. And yet so far.
Please proceed with your testimony, witness, without the flip-flop.
Okay, fine. But I don't want to do this, I tell you. I feel like I'm selling Sasha out. Hey? How? What? Wait, hold on. What did you see? The man manipulating Orca. At about 10 a.m., I was in the staff room. I heard a loud noise from the pool room, so I went to the door to look in. Well, hey, hang on. You were in the food prep room, my guy. You've lied already. I couldn't see the cap nor the Orca, but I saw a bunch of coins scattered around. The Orca knows there's a certain spot for people stand to play volleyball with her. I think maybe she knocked down the stuff that was piled up there and hit the captain. So that gives us a little more info about the area around the Orca pool. Oh, so now the proposal is that she hit the ball into something that knocked the bag of coins over and hit the captain in the head. Okay, fair enough. I buy that more than she swung it at him. Orca pool diagram, updated in the court record, rather. Sorry, it has information about the area around the Orca pool on the first and second floor. Right, I guess we didn't see all this before, did we? Not really. The defendant made the stuff fall down.
Overturned crates and assorted props were scattered all over the pool room floor. There's no doubt that it was the Orca that caused the mess.
I mean, there's doubt for me, because I think it was a human.
But could she really have done that from within the pool? As I said, the Orca is the only one that could have performed such a feat. The pool and its room were tidied the night before, including its various odds and ends. But when our rhyming Marlin checked on the scene, over 400 pounds of props had fallen. To move it all in one go would challenge even the brawny prisoner in the cell next to mine.
There's no telling that it was moved all in one go if there was an extended fight and struggle. What is he, the jail gossip? He really is, isn't he? He's just like...
I heard that Tiffany 2 cells down has a crush on you. You didn't hear it from me, though. So how did 400 pounds of items fall all at once? I'll tell you how. The Orca pulled on the cloth that was underneath them.
Oh, sure, okay.
Oh wait, that would be all but impossible for a human to move. It was child's play to an Orca.
And then the bag hit him in the head.
During a friendly game of volleyball, the defendant made the crates fall, and the bag of coins that was among the items fell on the victim's head and killed him.
So at what point did he fall in the water?
The Orca then toyed with the victim's body underwater, which is what Mr. Plume saw.
So your proposal is that she knocked him out and then like went up onto the pool and then pulled him in, I guess. How did he end up out of the pool again? Objection! But the witness only said he heard a loud noise. Right, he did say that, sure. That doesn't automatically make it the sound of Orla making the items fall. Also, why did you only look in on the pool room anyway, Mr. Rhymes? An orca sometimes makes a loud noise to summon her trainer, but I'm still a newbie, so I don't have a security card to get into the pool room yet. So even if she tries to summon somebody, there isn't much I can do about it.
I see. So the witness couldn't enter the crime scene.
He couldn't enter anyway because he wasn't even on that floor. If Mr. Rhymes couldn't enter the room, there's at least one thing he can't be sure about. His statement that the orca was playing volleyball is purely speculation. Whether the orca was actually playing volleyball or not is not the issue. Traces of the orca's saliva were found on the cloth that was underneath the crates. The important point is that the orca is the only one that could have moved the items. I have to discredit that statement somehow. If I don't, it'd mean that Orla was the culprit, even if the victim died beside the pool. Alright, we already found the contradiction, it's fine, we got this. We don't need to push on a dang thing. This first point is utter poppycock! Objection! You say you were in the staff room, but is that really true? Of course it's true. Why would I lie about a thing like that? Mr. Rhymes, have you ever seen this calendar before? Hey, that's... I see you recognize it. Yeah, that's the rifle calendar. It's a big hit at the Ship Shape Aquarium gift shop. Alright, now look inside. Is that your handwriting? Thank you for shopping at Ship Shape.
Mr. Rhymes, please refrain from scattering fish around the witness stand. Not to worry, your boldness. Taka will have them cleaned up in no time.
I guess that bird comes in handy now and then.
Alright, Mr. Wright, we have all seen your cute souvenir. Now, if you wouldn't mind...
No, Your Honor, this isn't my calendar. It was originally the witness's, but it came into the possession of a certain young lady. What? Mr. Rhymes and this young lady first met each other in the food prep room. After a mishap, their calendars got switched around. Why was it he said he mentioned that he didn't want anyone to know he was in the food prep room, but I can't remember why. They ran into each other at about 10 a.m. in the food prep room, so clearly the witness was not in the staff room. In other words, there's no way he could have heard the noise in the pool room upstairs.
What's this? This is the first time hearing about any calendar.
That's because Mr. Rhymes and Pearls were keeping it a secret.
You lied to me! This transgression will not go unpunished! So, Mr. Rhymes, you didn't hear the noise of the equipment falling after all? Did you?
Okay, I admit it. I didn't hear the noise in the orca pool room myself, but somebody told me about it. Who told you about it? Sasha, definitely, right? Because he was all like, I don't want to throw Sasha under the bus when he started testifying. It was, unless you tell the truth, Mr. Rhymes, I can't save Orla. And I'm sure you know how sad that would make Miss Buckler. I heard about it from Sasha. What? From Miss Buckler? But that doesn't make sense! What's going on here?
Now it's the trainer's own words that drive the orca into a corner. How do you like being bitten by your own client, right, Dono?
I certainly didn't see this coming.
What perfect timing. There was something I wanted to ask Miss Buckler about the orca. The prosecution calls the trainer Miss Buckler to the stand. Over a television if she must. Yes, I suppose it would be a good idea to hear what the orca's trainer has to say.
I don't know what Sasha's gonna say, but I'll just have to meet it head on, whatever it is.
That's all we can do now. We will take a 20-minute recess while the witness is summoned.
What? We have her on Zoom. Just, what's with all these recesses? You give the prosecution way too much time to prepare. I don't have all this time to prepare. Well, never mind. To be continued. Oh, we're going to a trial part 2 right now, are we? Well, all the same with me. I really need to get into some more testimony quick and redeem myself of, like, the 2 nonsense shenanigans that went on last episode. July 21st, 10:39 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Mr. Wright, are you going to cross-examine Sasha? I guess I'll have to ask her about the noise from the stuff falling down. Mr. Wright, Mr. Rhymes, why did you lie? I didn't want Sasha to have to appear in court. I thought if anybody had to testify, I should be the one to do it for her. Didn't you say before you admired her bold personality and courage? Have a little faith in her. But why would you go to all those lengths? Oh. Did you see the entry for the 20th on that calendar? Note about meeting the captain of the orca pool. Yeah, I found that calendar in the nap room. I think it's probably Sasha's. Oh, it isn't actually yours. Oh. So you're worried it incriminate if it doesn't incriminate the orca, it incriminates her. Okay, I see the position you're in now.
What? Then that means...
I guess it does look like more of a woman's calendar than a man's. You were the one who, you say yourself said it was a cute calendar. Calendar updated in the court record. Apparently belongs to Sasha. A meeting with the victim was scheduled for 7 a.m. on the 20th. I didn't want suspicion to fall on Sasha. Mr. Wright, I gotta go back to the aquarium to look after the orca in Sasha's place. I'll be waiting for you on the other end of that TV phone. Please take care of Sasha.
Okay. We can't let Prosecutor Blackwell get the best of us. Time to refocus.
You're right. After all, we're the only ones who can save Orla. And potentially Sasha if we accidentally incriminate her in the process. July 21st, 11:02 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4.
The court will now reconvene. Prosecutor Blackwell, please call the witness to the stand.
Save for episode 1. Well, I guess it's... Never mind. I was going to say this is the first time we had two trial parts back to back, but this is the third case we've played in this game anyway, so really 2/3 of the cases have had that.
Again, you waste your breath.
She teleports. Me name be Sasha, and I be one of Captain Orla's swashbucklers. I came to rescue me bucko from the false charges put on her by Dread Pirate Mustache.
Mustache?
I guess Mustache refers to Prosecutor Blackwell this time.
Well, it can't be the judge. He has a mustache and a full beard. Now then, Captain Judge, shall we begin the pirate court?
Captain Judge?
I rather like that. It makes me feel like a salty old sea dog. And scene. How is that for a self-intro?
The court is not a show. State your full name and occupation.
You can't guess my occupation from that? I'm Sasha Buckler. I work at the Shipshape Aquarium. I perform in our Swashbuckler Spectacular pirate show alongside Orla as her trainer.
Well, you seem like a completely different person now.
You really think so? Thanks. I was in my pirate show persona just then. Prosecutor Blackwell said I could introduce myself any way I like. I bet money he didn't think you were going to do it like that.
And what will this witness testify about? The orca manipulated the victim into playing volleyball and then knocked the items down. The witness will report about hearing the noise that caused the victim's death.
Now wait just a minute. Sure, Orla uses the ball to break props sometimes. She even spiked the ball at the giant octopus's leg yesterday when I was cleaning. So Orla was the one who broke that leg, huh? But she couldn't have knocked down that huge stack of equipment with her little ball.
I thought you were paying attention to the trial over the telecast. But you apparently know nothing of what we've been discussing.
Right, about her tugging on the bit of cloth.
The orca knocked down the equipment by pulling on the cloth that was underneath it. No one said anything about the orca knocking it down with a ball.
What? Is that what we're talking about? I came in here to give Prosecutor Mustache a good keel hauling, but I'm the one getting the cat o' nine tails. The boy's as vicious as a tiger shark. Miss Buckler, just focus on your testimony and you'll be all right. Don't worry, we'll take care of that tiger shark for you. Thank you, Athena. Okay, I can do this. My testimony will be phenomenal.
All right, Miss Buckler, please proceed with your testimony.
Yes, please. I feel like she didn't there's a lot of stuff she didn't mention to us. Why would she have not mentioned to us that she saw or heard the noise? Or did she and I forgot? Maybe. That wouldn't surprise me. I admit I heard Orla summoning me with a loud noise, but the aquarium guest scream I heard over the walkie-talkie was more urgent. Aquarium guest scream? I talked to Norma DePlume first and then went to the pool room with the security guard. Oh, right, okay, right. She screamed when she saw it, right. The equipment was everywhere and the captain was lying in the middle of it all.
Her story doesn't seem to be much different from Marlon Rhymes' testimony.
Or does it? The circumstances are different. The scream, right, is what he's talking about, I think? And the fact that he came with a security guard? Or she came with a security guard? She was there with a security guard? The actual order of Orla's actions depend on the order the witness heard the two noises. The scream and then the loud noise. If she heard the scream first, the prosecution's claims don't stand up. Because then the loud noise was used to summon, and the loud noise wasn't what killed the captain, because he was already dead by that point. Is that what you're saying?
Unfortunately for you, she doesn't remember the order of what she heard.
She doesn't? I was distracted at the time, so I don't really recall which one I heard first. Oh. You had to have heard the scream first, because why would you have even been over there to hear the loud noise? if you couldn't hear it from the first floor. I was lost in thought until the guard brought me back to myself. Sorry I'm no help.
As long as the order remains unclear, I shall not alter the prosecution's claims. After killing the victim with the bag of coins, the orca toyed with the body in the water.
I have to turn things around here somehow. Unless I can prove the sound Sasha heard was not the sound of the victim's murder. Blackwell's claim that Orla pulled down the equipment to kill the victim will stand. If I want to save Orla, I have to find a contradiction, no matter how small.
Very well, your cross-examination, please, Mr. Wright.
Sure, okay. So it seems like they're suggesting I don't actually have to push on anything here. Why would you hear the walkie-talkie, the scream over the walkie-talkie? It's their issue to the staff, not the guests. That's not really solid, but I'll push on it first, see what she says. Hold it! You heard Mr. Plume scream. That's right, I heard her through the walkie-talkie of a guard making his rounds. Oh. Gah! I can still hear it in my head. I know what a scream sounds like. It was so loud I thought it was a sea lion. Mr. Plume sort of reminds me of a sea lion, actually. I know, right? Ooh, I should call her sea lion lady and see how she likes it. I guess he's still upset about being called Yellow Girl.
What did you do after hearing the visitor scream?
Okay, if it was on a guard making the rounds, I guess I believe that. I talked to Norman de Plume first and then went to the pool room with the security guard. Now let me just push on all of this. Heard her summoning you with a loud noise. Hold it! What made you think Orla was summoning you? Orla knows the sound of her cries doesn't carry far enough. For a minute I thought that was wrong, but that is accurate. So sometimes she summons people making a loud noise. That Orla is smarter than the average whale, I tell ya.
Talka would not be bested in a battle of wits.
You don't know. Wait a minute. Which is the smartest one of all? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the smartest one of all? Widget. Am I expected to enter trucy into this my kid is better than yours, Appaloosa? And did you heed the summons of this very intelligent Orla immediately? I couldn't right away, although I was concerned about her, of course. You couldn't right away. Oh, so you heard them around the same time is what you're saying. Okay. I thought she was saying she couldn't right away because she was already on her way to hear the scream, in which case you definitely heard the scream first. You talked to Norman de Plume first and then went to the pool room with the security guard. Hold it! You and the security guard headed to the Orca pool room. Yeah, apparently that obnoxious writer lady said she didn't trust me by myself. And that's why after talking to her, the guard and I went to the pool room together. Why be the wench so suspicious? Yarr! I demand a swordfish duel! That's what I felt like saying to her anyway. Well, I'm afraid I don't get it. That was a line from the show when Orla and Sasha quarrel with each other. Didn't you do your Swashbuckler Spectacular homework, Your Honor? Why am I getting scolded here, Mr. Wright? Well, I don't know. And why am I getting scolded here, Your Honor? Miss Buckler, please tell me what happened after you headed to the pool room. All right, when the guard and I got there, we saw that the equipment was everywhere and the captain was lying in the middle of it all. Hold it! What do you recall about the scene exactly? I don't remember much, to be honest. I was in total shock from seeing the captain like that. If you ask me something specific, I might be able to remember, though. Specific questions, huh? Okay, let's see. What should I ask about? The things scattered around Jack Shipley. I'd kind of rather not ask her. Well, I guess they're both important. What was the captain looking like? Could you tell me more about the state you found the victim in? It's so hard to even think about right now. Sasha's deeply traumatized by the victim's death. I guess I shouldn't push her on it then. Poor Sasha. She must have really adored him. Do you think Orla really did make that stuff fall down? I think we probably need more information before we can know what really happened. Let's be careful not to let a single inconsistency slip by us. Right, sorry, let's ask about I probably should have figured that. Not to ask about the victim's death, that's horrible. What about all that stuff that was on the floor? Could you tell me more about the things that were scattered around? They were equipment and props for the new show. The new show? Yeah, we were supposed to debut a brand new Swashbuckler Spectacular yesterday. We already defeated the giant octopus in No Stash, after all. We were going to have a new nemesis, Red Stash. He's on the flyer. So he is, hence the scarf. Oh, that's the flyer Rifle was distributing. Who will obtain the gold coins hidden in the skull rock? Oh, I wish it could be me. Leave it to you, Athena, to know all about it. Orly's even got some new tricks for the new show. Tell us about those tricks. Did any of them include a specifically decked out pattern where the orca sings and holds someone in their mouth like you were talking about before? Because I'd like to know about that. Grand. So all that stuff that fell down was for the new show, is that it? That's right. A bunch of props and crates and other equipment stacked up. Your Honor, for the record, I'd like that information added to the witness's testimony.
Very well. Miss Buckler, please append what you just said to your testimony.
Sure thing. Props in the new show were everywhere, and the captain was in the middle of it all. So were there any props that we know for a fact were not from this show, I guess, is the question to ask. Or are there already props we know to be in the new show that aren't anywhere here? Okay. I'm pretty sure we're meant to be kind of looking at this photograph when hearing this now. There are a few things that come to mind. Number one, he's got the red scarf, but not the red mustache. Number two, so obviously the coins are props for the new show, and they're all around him here. I don't know that that's a contradiction per se, though, but it seems relevant to point out. Shall I put the coin here? Because, Objection! Damn it. That statement is clearly inconsistent with the evidence, Your Honor.
I hope you don't think waving your finger about aimlessly is going to help you win this trial.
I agree. I see nothing inconsistent with that evidence.
I must have the wrong evidence. Let me just push on this point then. Well, I hit the push button. Hold it! These props for the new show, what kind of things were they? A blow-up dolphin and an anchor, Red Sash's costume, the bag of coins, stuff like that. The captain was wearing his usual costume and the new props were all there. Oh, but why does he have the scarf on then? That's not part of his usual costume. That's part of the new costume. Wait a minute. Something about that doesn't seem right. Is there a problem with Sasha's testimony? There absolutely is. You said the captain was wearing his usual costume, but is that completely accurate? Come on, Phoenix. What are you nitpicking my testimony for? Well, if we look at the body, we see that there's a discrepancy between that and your statement. You said the victim was wearing his usual costume, but you'll notice that the victim was wearing a red scarf around his neck. I imagine this red scarf is part of his costume for the new pirate show.
Oh, you're right. It's written there in the flyer for the new show, featuring the dashing red staff with a fluttering red scarf.
Although I have to say, it looks just like a red scarf was added to his old costume. Yeah, well, the captain was never one to spend much money on costumes. But, you know, the captain wasn't wearing that red scarf. But in this photo, I believe I see a red scarf. Yeah, but it's not wrapped around his neck, it's just draped on top of his neck. That red scarf was packed away with the rest of the show's new equipment. It must have fallen on top of the captain when the equipment fell down. Oh, I see.
It looks like your discrepancy wasn't really a discrepancy after all.
So the scarf doesn't have anything to do with the case? But there's something about the timing of the stuff falling that bothers me. Hold on. The timing of the stuff falling. The timing. Maybe my theory's been all wrong from the beginning. Maybe the bag of coins isn't the murder weapon.
And so your last cross-examination ends in failure as well. You should know that such a feeble slash will never hurt me. As I said, the orca made the equipment fall and then toyed with the body in the water.
I'm sorry, Prosecutor Blackwell, but based on the circumstances at the scene, if she toyed with his body in the water, the scarf wouldn't still be on him when he left the water, right? The defendant couldn't have dragged the body into the water after the equipment fell.
And why, pray tell, is that?
Oh, I'll tell you all right. If my theory's been all wrong, then I'll just have to fix it.
Yes, Mr. Wright, please do tell the court.
What indicates the body
was not dragged into the water after the items fell?
Well, we were just over this. The scarf. If he was dragged into the water, then the scarf wouldn't still be on him if it fell when the stuff fell on him. Take that! This red scarf fell at the same time as the bag of coins. But if the body was dragged into the pool after the bag of coins fell, then the red scarf wouldn't still be on top of the body.
What?
In other words, the victim was already dead when the equipment came crashing down. Therefore, the bag of coins that fell with the red scarf was not the murder weapon.
But it was the defense who claimed the bag of coins was the murder weapon to begin with.
Well, yes, that's true.
Do you intend to abandon your original argument?
After hearing the testimony, I realized my theory about the murder weapon was wrong. Please recall the facts that we have learned so far. It's a fact that what Orla bit was the victim's dead body.
After all, when we saw the victim on the security footage, he was already dead.
But then, Orla carried the victim's body to the side of the pool and knocked down the equipment for the new pirate show that was piled up there. Maybe Orla was trying to alert the humans to the victim's condition. If Orla knocked down the items down on the victim after he was already dead, then it means the defendant didn't kill the victim with those items.
But that's preposterous!
Well, then what do you suggest? I'd like to hear some theories.
Even still, your argument is lacking... It's lacking generally, sorry. If neither the orca's headbutting nor the bag of coins were the manner of death, then how do you propose the victim was killed?
Yeah, now you get it. We need more investigation, please.
A very good point. If the defense is now abandoning its original theory, then we would need a new theory as to what the murder weapon was.
No, but I proved that... No, I don't want to have to guess. all right. I doubt I have no clue would go over well.
All right, let's go over what we still need to find out about the victim's body.
What we don't know is how he died and why his body was at the bottom of the pool. I wonder if there's something that would explain both of those things at once.
How did the victim's body sink to the bottom of the pool? On a diagram, it's easy enough to move the body to the bottom of the pool. But in real life, the water would just cause the body to float.
Right. Hold on. Water. What if there wasn't any water at the time? Okay, then what if we flip that around? What if there was no water? Then the body would go right down in an instant. And then the blunt force trauma would be him dying from a fall of a great height. But then, I guess the orca was somewhere else at that time? It doesn't actually really show here how the orca would get to... Oh, I guess that's what the crane system is for, is to lift the orca into, like, the other bodies of water at the aquarium. Right, okay. So could the real manner of death be... Thanks for the great hint, Athena.
What? I helped you and I didn't even know it?
Your Honor, I think we know the real manner of the victim's death. I think won't do, Mr. Wright. I expect a clear answer. Now then, what was the real manner of Jack Shipley's death? What's the manner of death that moved the victim to the bottom of the pool in an instant?
Falling! Falling! Falling!
I clicked it 3 times. Now you know it's true. Please take a look at this diagram of the orca pool. If there was no water in this pool, then it would be very easy to move the victim's body to the bottom of the pool. Bonk! And very easy to cause a lot of blunt trauma at 65 feet. He would drop straight down. Oh my. Could that be the true manner of death? The orca pool is about 65 feet deep. If the victim were to go from the top of the pool to the bottom when there was no water, then he would without question have fallen to his death. Death from a fall? And that's your answer?
It all makes perfect sense. If he fell, that would explain the signs of blunt force trauma over the body, too.
The culprit pushed the victim into the pool when there was no water in it. After doing something to keep the body from floating up, they filled the pool with water. The pool water washed away any signs of blood, so no one would realize that he fell. Surprisingly, that actually makes sense. Wow. I think I thought it was weird when they brought up way early in the thing about the ladder not reaching all the way to the top, or all the way to the bottom. Athena mentioned that, like, kind of offhandedly, and I thought that was weird. Like, of course it doesn't. Why would it need to? Order! Order in the court! I'm just as surprised as you are, but I must have order. If falling was the manner of death, then does that mean the defendant's behavior was the result of being manipulated by the true culprit, as the defense claimed? I mean, that's a biased question to ask me. Of course I'm going to say yes. Yes, it would have to be. All that needs to be explained now is how the real culprit commanded Orla. Miss Buckler, is there a way to instruct Orla to bite someone?
What? What kind of trick would that be? Of course not.
And then could you tell us about the tricks Orla does know?
Well, there's jumping, dancing, and playing volleyball. And she can spin, do the rock and roll trick, and sing the Swashbuckler Spectacular song.
They sound like pretty nice tricks, but I doubt they're related to this case. Well, except for the singing one, which we already know she was doing.
She's also practicing 2 new top secret tricks. There's the human rocket, where she shoots somebody up into the air, and then there's the lifesaver trick, where she brings a drowning person to the surface.
By holding them in her mouth, yes?
Hey, one of these top secret tricks might have to do with something.
Wow, sorry, one of these top secret tricks might have something to do with this case. And which one sounds relevant to the case? So in the lifesaver trick, Orla brings a drowning person to the surface, correct?
Yeah, caught it. Yeah, caught it.
Orla's still learning how to hold someone gently in her mouth, so she sometimes bites into their clothes, but she's never hurt a person's skin.
She brings a drowning person to the surface. Then that must be it.
And then the killer whale swam up toward the surface with the victim in its mouth. That matches up perfectly with what Mr. Bloom said in her testimony. The real culprit must have used the lifesaver trick to command to manipulate Orla. I still find this very hard to believe. Then let's see it for ourselves. Let's have Orla show us her trick using a practice dummy. As you wish. Prosecution doesn't appear to have any objection. Miss Buckler, please proceed.
Okay, sure.
I'll show you Orla's phenomenal trick. Can it be transmitted over radio? Oh no, right, he's over there.
Hey Marlon, are you ready over there?
Okay, let me just go get the practice dummy.
There, it's in the pool. Ready and standing by, Sasha.
Here goes! Orla's secret new trick, the lifesaver. Oh no, she can do it apparently.
Yeah, do it, yeah. Yeah, go Orla. Yeah, oh wow, nice. Oh yeah, cool.
Oh yeah, wicked trick.
Wow!
Well done, Orla. We'll make a lawyer out of you yet.
The clothes got torn up a little, but the dummy doesn't have any new marks in it.
Damn it! And there you have it! Orla's secret new trick. Yay! Go Orca! Wow, the Orca's really something. A cute thing like that wouldn't hurt anybody. Sounds like the gallery loved Orla's performance.
That was great! The awesome trick captured everybody's heart.
Wonderful. I wish I could see more.
And you can! This Thursday at the Shipshape Aquarium. Looks like we silenced Prosecutor Blackwell. Thank you, Orla and Miss Buckler. And thank you too, Mr. Rhymes. And so now you can clearly see how Orla was manipulated. The bottom of the Orca pool needs to be examined immediately. We might still find some evidence of the victim falling to his death.
Prosecutor Blackwell, please have that taken care of at once.
Does that mean we're going to call it for today and we're going to go do another investigation?
Excuse me, Prosecutor Blackwell? But I am requesting further investigation.
Prosecutor Blackwell, you have to answer the nice judge politely. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. The thing you asked for just came in.
And you couldn't be bothered to think of a less violent way to deliver it.
What did Prosecutor Blackwell ask for? An updated autopsy report, is it? That's the dossier they usually come in.
I've been waiting for this.
Oh? And what is that?
An updated autopsy report.
Of course it is.
What? Why did it have to come now?
During the recess, I ordered the body to be re-examined. Something started nagging at me during the course of this trial, you see. Here. I take it you'd like me to read it. Very well. Cause of death thought to be from 65-foot fall.
Well, there you go. Shipley's autopsy report updated in the court record. Anything about the date? From 12 to 10 a.m. Oh, as in midnight of that day to 10 a.m. So there's a 10-hour window. Golly. Thought to be from 65-foot fall into pool, bruised all over. Ceiling to pool bottom is 100 feet. Blow to head received after death. Blow to head received after death. But the cause of death was from head trauma, so he got hit on the head again? This is all kinds of weird information. Why would they ever add that there's the 35 feet between the pool top and the ceiling? And what's with this blow to the head received after death? Oh, wow, interesting.
But this is decisive evidence that substantiates Mr. Wright's theory.
What? It's something good for a change?
If the manner of death was falling into an empty pool, the Orca can't be responsible. It seems Orla's incomplete innocence has been proven. I suppose I can't deny that.
This is fantastic. You did it, Mr. Wright.
Someone else is going to come in, even if it's not Blackwell.
Prosecutor Blackwell isn't even trying to refute it. Orla's saved.
Yeah. Is it really safe to celebrate?
It would appear more investigation into this case is necessary. But first, allow me to render my verdict. The court finds the defendant, Orla Shipley, not guilty.
Wow, really? Uh-oh, but now they're going to convict Sasha or someone. At least the Orca's safe. Oh no.
You did it! Thank you so much, Phoenix. Thank you, Athena. Ora and Martin, thank you too.
Oh, it's playing the happy music already. I was just saying how this game has the best victory theme. Bum 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 ba-dum bum. Bum ba-dum
Congrats, Sasha. Time to celebrate. Go on, eat up. Yay! Glad to see everybody so happy, and I'm absolutely thrilled about the verdict.
Thank you, Wright Dono.
Huh? For what?
The drained pool. Thanks to you, the truth is finally clear. Fulbright. Arrest this woman.
Certainly. Right away, Prosecutor Blackwell. Sasha Buckler. You are hereby under arrest for the murder of Jack Shipley.
What?
What are you talking about? What reason could you possibly have? Come now, you must have had some idea in the back of your dull little mind. The true culprit manipulated the Orca in order to have false charges brought upon her. This sounds like when you get caught in like a stealth game. This is like the mood it gives. The true culprit manipulated the Orca in order to have false charges brought upon her. And who is the only one with the ability to accomplish that? It can only be the Orca's trainer. I mean, other people work at the aquarium. But I'm sure there's some other explanation.
Silence.
I don't need any of your baseless counter-arguments. Have you forgotten? In order to enter the Orca pool room, a security card is necessary. A security card that only the victim and Sasha Buckler possessed.
Really? The security guards didn't have one? Why? Plus, where's the victim's security card then? Wise guy?
Ms. Buckler is the only one who could have caused the victim to fall to his death.
Ah!
What?
No, I don't believe it. Miss Buckler was so upset by Mr. Shipley's death, she couldn't have done it.
Fulbright. We asked the security company yesterday to check their security card logs. Their report just came in during the recess. The night before the incident, Sasha Buckler used her card to enter the Orca pool room. After that, not a single person entered the pool room.
Not even the captain? You don't find that weird? You know there's also another way into that room, right? With all the cranes and everything? I'm sorry, this is hardly decisive evidence. First of all, now there's no evidence the captain was ever there, and you're assuming there's only one way into the room. Does the Orca usually take a security card to get out? Not until the incident was discovered when Miss Buckler and the guard ran in. Objection! But no one would commit murder where their card usage was being recorded. Apparently the aquarium employees don't know that their card usage is tracked. Is that legal? What's more, Miss Buckler was seen arguing with the victim before the incident. So, Miss Trainer, what were you arguing about? That's the prosecution's job to ask that. It was a private matter. But it wasn't anything I would kill him over. That's ridiculous.
Miss Buckler is the only one who entered the room and she knows how to command Orla. Besides, I thought it was suspicious from the very beginning.
You suspected Miss Buckler from the start?
The Orca did tricks because someone commanded her to do so. Possibly someone with a heart so black as to make her own partner the murder weapon. The possibility that Orca killed the victim. The possibility a human manipulated the Orca. I looked into both.
So he suspected both Sasha and Orla all along.
My gratitude to you. After all, you were the one who drew out that information about the lifesaver trick. The Orca you saved was an unwitting victim. A victim made to look like the weapon that killed Jack Shipley.
No! Alright, come along then. Let's have a good long talk.
Wait, I didn't kill the captain, and I would never try to flame Orla. Why would I hurt the ones I love like that? Sasha, Phoenix, Athena, you got to believe me,
Sorry, what was that? You got taken away by the police. I didn't hear the end of your what you were asking us to do.
Sasha didn't kill him. I believe that with all my heart. There's gotta be something we can do.
I feel the same way. Could I have done something differently? But never in my wildest dreams did I imagine things turning out like this. And to be fair, I was really bad at that case, and I tried every piece of evidence anyway, so there's definitely nothing else I could have done.
It would appear that this case has taken on an entirely new aspect, but this trial is only concerned with the ruling on the defendant or Shipley, so I'm afraid this concludes today's trial. Court is adjourned.
Right, but we got 3 days for the other one, right?
To be continued, oh no.
Right, well, I thought that he might go after Sasha at some point, but I never suspected it was his gambit the whole time. Golly. Next video go over the channel is gonna be some Yume Nikki, and next time here, I guess it's back to investigation. But that seems wildly flimsy. Like they said no one else entered since the night before, so then why was the captain there? Oh, well they were seen arguing, so I suppose they entered together is what they're suggesting. Nevertheless, it's only a security card record, so it doesn't mention if a third person entered or was already there or came in through the crane system that they used to take the Orla out, because there's an open gap there. You just put a ladder up there. Anyone can climb that. Anyway, we'll be learning about that later. That's all for now. Thank you so very much for coming around to this episode of 8's Attorney Duel of Destinies, which was slightly less catastrophic than the last. Admiral's gonna be out of here now.
Peace.
Okay, and I also don't know if dropping the lance is necessary or if that's just useful for later shortcuts. Maybe you do have to hit them all. But ow! Oh, that stopped me short. Oh god, I can't turn left from here. Why not? Oh, now I can. Thank you, Hans. Okay, more targets, more targets. Gotta track down more targets. I don't think you have to get the targets again on your